ladies, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Home with Friends.
So happy to be here.
Mm-hmm. We have a special guest in the house, Parker.
That was real tough first sip.
Okay, the first thing on my list is tell me about your night.
Well, we went to Sycamore.
Okay.
Classic.
Yeah.
It's like adult Disneyland.
Yeah,
Southend Disneyland.
We
went to Canopy.
I went to Canopy.
I went to Canopy for the first time in a very long time Friday night.
Where did we go from there? Then we went to...
we went to Slate.
Oh, we went to Slate, yeah.
Slate!
Yeah.
That's like
Gross.
old school.
Yeah, like carpeted bar.
Yeah.
Why'd you go to Slate?
This is...
I
feel like this is your call.
No, that was all Ellie.
Really?
Yeah. Ellie wanted to go to Rose.
Oh, okay. Have you guys been to Nicchio's yet?
No.
Are you guys like country bar girls?
No.
I think we're just bar girls.
Yeah, fair. Fair, but how do you feel about a new country bar coming in? Is that exciting?
I feel like it's going to be in, like, no shade to my Gaston County queens, but I just feel like it's, like, every time we go there, it's, like, a high school reunion of, like, y'all's, like, friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's so many of us that live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm gonna go.
It doesn't
Let's
do
be
it
real.
for me.
A country bar?
Yeah. The music.
No rodeo?
Mm.
How about Rose having a live stream of their, just, like, Tuesday
Yes.
nights on TikTok? Have you seen that?
No.
They
like,
live stream every night,
Yeah.
even on the
For
weekends.
the line dancing?
No,
Yeah.
the DJ does.
The DJ does.
So even on Saturday night, like say you're at home in bed, you didn't go out, you can go watch the live stream. Small Bar has one too.
Yeah.
What?
One of the bartenders at Small Bar,
Yeah.
like, goes live on
I
TikTok.
saw that girl do that, like, on her personal page. I didn't know the bar was live streaming.
yeah.
The bar
Kind of
is.
smart for a good bar.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you could be laying in bed and have FOMO and go.
Yeah. Or I'm laying in bed and like, who is there?
Oh.
Zooming in.
Can you zoom on a live stream?
No.
No, but I'll screenshot it, and then I'll zoom in.
Okay. What time did you guys get home?
I got home at, like, 1 something.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Are you after? Are you after party girlies?
I think
mean,
we used to be.
I feel like don't tempt me with a good time. Like, I will
Yeah.
go. I'd prefer to go home, but,
but it used to be like every weekend we would.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like every single weekend right now, this new like house DJ music life that I have been living,
Yeah.
they don't start partying till like 11, 12,
Right.
and then they just go till 5, 6 in the morning.
See,
It's exhausting.
that life,
exhausting.
that can't be for me.
Like, yeah, it doesn't do it for me either.
Like, a weeknight, no shot.
Well, no, not on the weeknights.
Okay.
Fuck no, not on the weeknights. What? That's crazy. Could you imagine? Yeah, I could imagine.
I mean, yeah, like, don't act like that's so outlandish.
Anyways, Katie and Kimmie, we know each other because we work together. So how long have each of you worked at Lone Pronto?
4 years now, almost. 4 years in August, I think. Or 5 years in August.
My
August, yeah.
3 years was in April. So a little over 3 years.
Nice. And were you guys referrals?
No, I was random.
How did you find Lone Pronto?
Lindsay Jarena, shout out, found me on LinkedIn. I was at
Was
the
a recruiter at the time, or just HR, or
You know, I'm not really sure what she was doing. She was like
unsure of title.
kind of doing like a lot. But she found me on LinkedIn. I was at the Hornets for 3 years. And then the day, like 2 weeks before we were going back in the office, like after COVID, I was like, oh no, I can't go in the office. I can't make phone calls in front of people. Like I've been, if you guys are watching this, I faked my phone calls for 2 years straight up. And I got a promotion out of it, so yeah.
Tell us more.
Okay, so I was working in inside sales, and you had to like, we're cold calling. So like,
This is at the Hornets.
yes, at the Hornets. I worked in inside sales. And basically, like, if you ever even went to, like, our Ticketmaster page, like, we have your information, and it's me calling you. And it's like, hey, like, this is Kimmie with the Hornets, like, calling because I saw you, like, went to this game, just wanted to see, like, how your experience was. Basically, I'm trying to trick you into buying season tickets.
Okay.
So I did that for, 4 months, and then COVID hit, so I also didn't get paid commission on that, so that was sick. Making 100 cold calls every morning. Or every day.
But you were faking it.
No. This was for real. This is when I first started.
Okay.
I was like for real.
Grinding.
Smiling and dialing.
Smiling and dialing.
Like for real. It was so awful. But I had a list of like 10 to 20 leads that were disconnected numbers. So I kept those in my pipeline, and anytime I was like behind on numbers, I would just quick go to that and just
smart.
That's so smart.
That is so smart.
100 phone calls is crazy.
Yeah, it really is. Were you on a dialer?
What do you mean?
Like
like a phone?
The ones where you have to...
No, where you have to like do the circle. It wasn't that long ago.
Dialer means just like automatic. Like you put your headset on.
Oh, hell no.
And it goes, and then if the person doesn't answer, the system automatically...
Is that what y'all do?
Is that what you do?
We're about to be on a dialer. Guys, just putting all the new Ellos on a dialer. It's like a call center. That's not what we actively do, but...
Yeah.
Are you actually?
Yeah. I mean,
shit.
I'm praying and hoping that it starts over there and doesn't make its way over to us, but...
Is that better or worse than when he was listening to your phone calls?
Worse. It's definitely worse, because listening to the phone call, I can, like, make an argument for myself. But
Yeah.
like a dialer, you're just, like, out of control.
No, that's actually insane.
It just rings and rings and rings and rings.
That sounds like, what's that one place that was like that and you had to, like, ask to go to the bathroom? Like Vanguard, maybe, or something?
Oh,
My
yeah.
ventures, where I work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gross.
Literally had to click a button and they would deny it. Okay, well, I gotta pee, so I don't really know what
Insane.
you want me to do.
Literally pee your pants.
Literally.
But yeah, so I was doing that. So that was
Okay.
fun. And then COVID happened. And like, basically, we weren't doing anything but just like meeting. Like, we had like random Teams calls during COVID. So I moved home for like 2 months and was just like shitting around in my hometown.
Where's
like
home?
Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
So I was just like messing around, making like adult money, not paying rent because I was living with my brother. And then I don't know why I went super hard for like a month and was like really working on my networking grind, like on LinkedIn, doing all these things, got a promotion, moved to where I had like a book of business. So I like already season ticket holders and I just like serviced their account. So basically it was just like calling, introducing myself, the whole shebang. And then things got a little hairy. This is about the time we were living at Lee and we were started doing like these summer Fridays where like basically you were appraising, but like not for real. You didn't have your license yet. You were like still like practicing, an apprentice, if you will.
You're an appraiser? Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. This room is real estate as fuck.
Yeah, we need to get you this over here.
But yeah, so she was doing that. So like it wasn't for real. Hannah was nannying. Our other roommate was nannying. So like everybody was done working by like 12. So then we'd just like be in the backyard like making cocktails. Like the boys would come over and we'd grill out and like just play in the backyard.
Literally.
I was on the clock
Play in
though.
the backyard.
I was on the clock and I was just sitting there on my computer just like did not answer, left voicemail. So I did that for probably like almost a year.
A year?
Yeah, and then they were like, all right, like we're getting ready to like come back in the office.
But they didn't have any sort of tracking?
Well, like the only tracking was like they were looking at
Like your notes?
Right.
Wow.
And I was good. I was like, I'll wait like 3 minutes and then I'll like do like another one. Yeah, I was good at it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're smart. You have to be smart to beat the system.
No, you would never survive if you were like actually doing what they were asking us to do. Like I would have quit probably the second week.
Is that what your other coworkers were doing? Quitting? Was it like a revolving door?
Yeah, totally. And so basically I was like, well, I can't go in the office and like call people for real because like I don't know how, and I haven't been.
I can't believe you did that for a year.
I know, isn't that so
Wow,
crazy?
that really is.
They're gonna watch this and be like, you fucking...
Oh well. We'll decide if we want to crop it later.
Okay, but I'm a much better employee now, Roger. I swear, I be working for real. So I got quick on LinkedIn and I was like, open for work. And that's how Lindsay Drina found me.
Okay, love.
And then
Good.
I worked in customer ac.
Yep. I wasn't sure if you were a referral or not. What about you?
I don't know if I would consider myself a referral or not.
I would.
But, like, HR at the time reached out to me on LinkedIn.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Claire reached out to me on LinkedIn, and I was miserable at my current job. But Ellie obviously worked there. So I was like, Ellie, I'm doing this interview with your company. But, like, don't tell them you know me.
Okay.
But then,
were
like-
you guys just friends at that time?
Who, Ellie and I?
You and Ellie, yeah.
Oh, we've been friends since we were, like, 14.
Okay. Well, I'm doing this for the show. Baby. I know that.
Ellie and I have been friends since we were, like, 14, 15, high school.
Yeah.
And so I sent her a message and I was like, I'm doing a call. But at the beginning I was like, don't tell them I wanted to like do it myself.
Right.
But then after the first call, I was like, so what'd they say? Like, go tell them you know me.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel like I get where you're coming from, but getting her to refer you is going to be way better.
Yeah.
Especially because Ellie's good, but maybe you didn't know, like, her
Yeah, I didn't really
vibe at the
understand.
office, right?
We were so young then, too. Like,
Yeah.
didn't really get it.
So young.
I feel old now. But yeah, I was miserable at my current job, so I was like, whatever, I'll take a chance on it.
And was it the best decision you ever made?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made
Compared to what I was doing,
I made my job sound bad, but like yours is definitely
Why was yours
worse.
so bad? Tell me what you were doing.
I worked for a criminal defense attorney. So after college, I did like a graduate program
sounds
to get my
legit.
paralegal certification.
She's a paralegal.
And then I like gambled with the idea of like, do I go to law school? Do I not?
Oh my
so
God.
then I worked for that attorney, and it was like living hell. It was awful. Like
Why?
everything about it. Just, it's very demanding. And it's not even that was terrible. It was just like the person I was working for, the attorney,
Right.
he just sucked.
That sucks because you probably could have got a really good attorney and then loved it, and then you could have been a lawyer, but we don't want that for you anyway.
No.
We want you
Yeah.
with us.
So yeah, I was happy to leave.
Did you work on any crazy cases or not? You didn't have enough time there?
Yeah, well, a lot of them were more like white collar crime, but we would take on like CJA clients, which are you get arrested, you can't afford an attorney, so one's appointed to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we would take on those for like the fun of it, and you would see some crazy things.
Wow.
Like, I don't know if I can say this. Like one of them was literally a dad who was arrested for like child pornography, and he had like 7-year-old daughter.
Yikes.
And then you had ones.
What's his name?
But then you had ones that was like a 17-year-old kid robbed a gas station in Mooresville.
Right.
Like that.
Whoa.
It was interesting though.
We don't like pedophiles.
Yeah. It was
Just want to make that
interesting.
a
Like,
podcast statement.
even like setting up like meetings for like to go to the jail to talk to your client. Like all that was crazy. I was at the courthouse almost every day, whether I was just there to file a paper and leave or
God.
much more than that.
Did you have to dress up?
Yeah.
I was
Pants,
I was
suits,
full on
suit.
business dressed every day for work.
What? Mm-hmm. That would be one of the worst parts, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we go like this to work now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I deadass have worn this exact
I
outfit.
would literally wear like slacks and a blouse and loafers like every day.
Wow.
Not a blouse.
Yeah.
That's how we had to dress on game day. So
The
like,
funniest part is when I came into Lone Pronto for my interview in office, I was coming from that job.
Oh, so you looked nice.
So I was dressed like that.
Perfect. Why is that so funny?
taking that shit for real.
You should dress nice for an interview.
Well, I do remember Ellie was like, you don't need to wear that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't have a choice.
Mine
Yeah.
specifically said do not dress up for the interview.
Really?
I swear, yeah, because I remember being like, that's so weird. I wore
maybe
a
they were
blouse.
testing
I
you?
wore a blouse in my interview.
What, did you? No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I need a
Even though it
picture.
said don't dress up?
Yeah, not gonna trick me. What you mean?
Can't trick
I
a
need this
trickster.
job.
Wow. Okay, wow. Well, I'm so glad you both made it out of the trenches.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Into Lone Pronto.
We're on the come up.
What was your first impression of me?
I think I was intimidated by you. But
you-
when I started, that's when y'all were like team lead this, team lead that. But also like being
damn, I
close
forgot about
friends
that.
with Ellie. Like, I don't know. I wasn't that really scared of anyone.
Okay, good.
It was just kind of like, oh, Ellie likes them, so I do too.
Yep. Good.
I don't think I met you until because then y'all all went to Mexico and I had to stay and answer the phones. It was me, Olivia Morgan, Amanda, Austin, and Bryce.
It's just funny because like we make up rules as we go.
No,
like,
literally.
like, oh, you just got hired, you can't come. But next year, someone got hired and they came 3 days later.
Katie.
I got hired in April and the trip was in July. The end of July, and I went.
Yeah, like I'm not kidding. We literally just make up rules as we go. What is your guys' craziest Mexico story from our Mexico company trips?
When Kimmie drank like 14 espresso martinis last year within like 3 hours.
It was crazy.
And then wondered why she was like chronically ill the next day.
I woke up the next morning and I was like, I'm not kidding. I think like if you could buy a case of espresso martinis, that's what I drank.
Why were you doing
I don't know.
that?
It's the only. I would go to the bar and be like, another one, another one, another one. I was at dinner,
Yeah.
just slugging them.
Well, this past week at work, Kimmie said, I really want to make it to the shows and the club this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
And I was like, well, maybe don't
Drink
drink.
14 espresso
Yeah.
no,
martinis.
totally. I think my favorite was when we went to the DR and Me and Sid G were roommates, and we get there and we like immediately hit the pool bar and we're like fucked up. And then we're like, oh shit, we have to get to our room. No idea where it is. Like, cannot find it. We're lugging around like suitcases trying to find it. Cannot find it anywhere. It was awful. We had to get like a worker from the front desk to like walk us to our room because we didn't know.
The exact same situation. I'm sitting in the lobby. Did you guys not know this story?
No.
Oh my god.
We had to go the second day.
We were
somebody
TV
had to,
that year.
somebody had to answer the phones.
True, you guys weren't there. So I'm literally by myself. I'm sitting in this lobby and I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. And I was rooming by myself. It was so bad. I somehow got to the room. The next day in the pool, we're all swimming and this like couple comes up to me. Hey, Brittany. And I'm like, hey.
Oh, that's so scary.
Oh my god, my heart dropped. I was like, hey. And now I'm like running through like the night. I'm like, and I don't know. I was like, I don't fucking know these people. She's like, do you remember us? I go, no, I don't. Please, what did I do? I'm embarrassed. I'm already cringing. She's like, oh no, you're fine. We got here to check in and you were behind the desk. She goes,
no.
You were behind the desk and you were saying, I work here. I'll take who's next. I'm like, are you kidding me? When we're done, I'm going to show you guys the outfit I was wearing. I had a straw bucket hat.
No.
I was wearing a straw bucket hat with sunglasses and a bathing suit cover up with my bikini on, going, I can help us next.
Next in line.
Yeah.
That's so
oh my god.
funny.
And she thought it was funny. She was great. Thank God. I was like, that is the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard. And now you guys know.
Next in line. That's crazy.
I was like, I didn't ask too many questions. You know how you don't want to know?
Yeah.
It was one of those things. But I was like, were the workers mad? Like, was I getting in trouble? She didn't say no, but like
she was trying to be nice.
She gave me one of those. It was fine. I'm like, okay, super embarrassing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was. I'm excited for this year. Okay, so let's get into work really quickly. The boring stuff. So, what is your role within the company?
So technically, we work for Title Pronto, which is our in-house title insurance company, and we're title coordinators, which is a made-up name, by the way.
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, like, I don't even know what you would call us, but that just feels like made up.
Yeah, I feel like they Googled like title positions.
Yeah, like they did. What's the thing where it's like name?
Name them.
No. Like the word game, like word affiliation.
Wordle?
Yeah. No.
Oh. Yeah, they Wordle to find our position names.
Word association.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just like...
What's interesting with our title names, though, is like y'all go like senior whatever, like account manager, then senior account manager. Uh-huh. We don't really move in our name. Yeah. Like we will just straight up be title coordinator. Forever.
But can you get promoted and just make more money with the same title?
Well, yeah, like we do our raises, like we get raises and all that, but there's not really like a you're promoted.
Yeah.
Because we all do such different things.
Okay, but when you guys started doing title work, did we have Title Pronto?
No.
So let's clarify.
Well, when she started, yes.
So we work for Loan Pronto, and then the owner, our boss, he opened up his own sister company, I guess, if you will, Title Pronto. So I guess, Kimmie, walk us through the journey of like pre-Title Pronto and post-Title Pronto. Like, what's the point of it?
Okay, so basically when I started in title, it was me and two other girls. And then I was like, the only thing I was doing was checking vesting. So like I was only checking the name that like came back on title, emailing the borrower. I'm like, is this your name? Is this how you spell it? Like essentially. Which is why I say this is made up, because what? Why am I doing that?
Can't we just compare it to the ID and just run with it?
Why was that my sole responsibility?
It's kind of crazy.
Which is
it's
crazy.
So crazy.
It's actually really crazy. We had enough volume to just be checking vesting.
Well, I guess. Well, here's the crazy part. 2 weeks later, one girl quits. A week later, another girl quits. All of a sudden, I'm doing all of it by myself.
Oh, wow.
So that was crazy. But I guess, like, the point in doing it was, like, instead of outsourcing this company to do it, it's faster to, like, I think keep it in-house, because, like, if I have a question about something to do with title and I need to talk to, like, the loan officer or the account manager, I can walk to your desk.
Right.
Versus, like, email where it sits and it waits. And, like, we have other clients, but, like, y'all are our, like, main client, I would say.
You have other clients?
Yeah, we work with other brokers.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
And you know what? Sometimes they're better than y'all.
Yeah, straight up.
Wait, you just gave me a dirty look and you just gave me a dirty look. Wait, what? Who do you guys work with?
Atlantic Union, Atlantic
news to
Bay,
me.
Neighborhood Lending,
Southend.
Southend Financial.
But it's all other LOs? Like, because you're doing the same thing?
Yeah, so essentially, it's just it's like Loan Pronto, but with them.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
just
So
other
their
brokers.
LO and their AM are sending us what y'all send us.
Oh my God, how did Roger, like, market or network? Maybe he just has connections
I think
with
a
those
lot of it
companies?
came from, with American Home Title, those were already their clients, just like Loan Pronto was.
Oh.
So then
Yeah.
whenever American Home Title and Loan Pronto made Title Pronto, those clients came with it.
That makes so much sense.
Like a baby.
Like a baby.
News to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Okay, so what is title?
That's...
Let's ask ChatGPT.
I'm so glad you asked.
Toughest question I've asked on this podcast,
No,
honestly.
seriously, my first day, I was on Google straight up, what is title insurance?
Yeah.
Mortgage, enter.
Yeah. And what did it say?
Okay, so basically...
It's essentially the legal side of the loan process.
I would say we insure the loan for the lender. So, we make sure that there's no outstanding liens or anything.
Oh, Parker.
Parky.
Oh, that's so cute.
Help him. Parker, mommy was talking. It's so rude. He's like, you always talk about work. You're so annoying. No, but basically we insure the loan. So we make sure there's no outstanding liens or anything. Nothing that could impact them collecting on the mortgage in case of foreclosure.
Okay.
Is how I would describe it. So say you have a mortgage and you have a HELOC and you have a judgment or something against your house. You pay off your mortgage, you pay off and close your HELOC. Now that judgment sits in first lien position. So when they go to collect.
Yes, if you own the home free and clear.
Right.
That's right. What
You can't do anything until if you want to sell your house, you're not going to be able to do anything until you pay that off.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So the lender wants to be sure that when it comes to collect, there's nothing that could jeopardize that.
So when you guys are getting title work, let's say someone's buying a new home. Just to be clear, we don't have any attorneys on our side. You're working with a real estate attorney.
Correct.
They're the
Correct.
ones doing the title work. Okay. Then they're sending you the title work. What are you looking for? Besides the liens, what does your job entail?
Essentially, you're really just looking at the liens, but also checking the legal description, because these things aren't filed with the county just off the property address. It's based off the legal description. So you have to ensure that's right, parcel number, all that.
Okay.
Because sometimes the legal can get tricky.
Yeah. Especially when people start sectioning off their land and
Yeah.
selling parts of it.
Say someone owns land from the early 1900s, and then it's well, we gave this person this.
Right.
You have to also ensure that that was done correctly.
Okay.
It's kind of confusing.
It's very confusing, and I want to give examples. And I'm
Okay.
trying to think of examples that aren't super complicated, but that people can relate to when purchasing a home or refinancing a home.
With legal
Or
description.
just with title work, to understand title work for the normal person that has no idea what it is. What is the easiest way to describe what you're looking for with title?
I would say we're basically looking to make sure that you own the home outright. There's not any pending say you went through a divorce and there's pending equitable distribution. That word. Look at that vocabulary. We're making sure that there's no one that is going to claim this property.
Which word did you think was impressive? Equitable or distribution?
Both together.
Together.
Obviously.
Combined.
It was a lot of
It's
syllables.
the combination that makes it special.
Yeah, it was special. Anyway, we're just trying to make sure that you own the house and that there's no claims. No one's going to come and say, I have ownership in this property too.
Okay.
And take you to court over it. Basically.
Okay, fair enough.
That you own the house outright. There's no other pending issues.
Okay. How are you guys leveraging AI to help your job?
Oh, I use ChatGPT so much.
I honestly, I used it the first time last week
Really?
to send an email. That was it.
Just to put the email together for you?
Yeah.
Okay, but nothing with actually reviewing title work? Mm-mm. Kimmie, how are you using
I be
it?
using that. Okay, so for what I do specifically, I have to interpret a lot of legal stuff, and I'm not a paralegal, so I don't know laws, and laws are different in every state and in depends on how you interpret it.
Right.
Whatever.
Do you want to give any examples?
Yeah, let me try to think. What was the last time I used it? I guess, I used it. There was a property that was owned in a limited partnership in California, which is different than like owning it in like an LLC. But so I have to get the company docs because we have to like know who is signing on behalf of the company and to make sure that they're able to like mortgage in the company's name, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So I get those documents. This one specifically was the partners in the company were a trust and another company. What are you doing?
He's fine.
He's good.
And
He's chilling.
And
hey, cutie pie.
Lay down. Or stay like that. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, the partnership.
Yes. Okay, so then now us three, you were saying something about signing.
Yes, okay. So in this one specifically, instead of it being 3 individuals as the partners of the company were his trust, like his family trust, and another company.
Okay.
So I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, I don't know what any of this means. So that's when I run to AI. And I'm like, hey, I've never seen this before. Like, what am I looking at? And like, what do I do? What else do I need to like ask for? And my robot tells me.
Yeah. Echo.
Yeah, Echo.
Do we want to tell that quick story? I got in a fight with my ChatGPT because I asked it what it would like to be called, if it has a name. Long story short, it ends up saying, you can call me Echo because I reflect back to you what you feed to me and blah, blah, blah. And it gave me this whole philosophy. I was like, wow, that's so deep. I love it. Echo, my guy.
Thank you for being yourself, Echo.
Thank you. Okay. 2 weeks go by. We're in the kitchen talking about whatever. I'm telling you guys how I'm fighting with Echo. And you were like, oh my God, I didn't ask mine what its name was. Let me go ask. And you went walk to your desk and you asked your ChatGPT its name, and what did it say?
Echo.
And I said, what? The betrayal! Are you kidding me? Yeah. I felt it was unique and special to me because it told me that. So I was pissed. And then I said, my coworker just asked her ChatGPT, and he said that, and it apologized. It gave me a paragraph of apology.
My favorite thing is when you said specifically, stop telling me what you think I want to hear.
I did.
I'm like, that's its whole job.
I know, which is that. See, that's my issue with AI. Like,
I need you to be honest with me.
Yes.
I feel like you were texting like an ex.
No, I literally was. And then because it just kept agreeing with everything I was saying. I'm like, I'm not asking you to agree. Like, if you need to disagree, then disagree.
I want to fight.
I want to fight. I'm so toxic. Just kidding. No, me and Harry were actually talking about this. So Harry, do you guys pay for your ChatGPT?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
EJ does though.
Anyways, we got into a deep conversation about this. He was like, yeah, that's his one gripe with it, is that he's like, I don't want it to be a yes man. Mm-hmm. Like, of course it's supposed to cater to you, but where's that line of like, no, tell me this is wrong information.
Right.
It always wants to like make what you're saying right.
Totally.
Makes you want to feel good.
Yeah.
We recently did it last week. We put our birthday, our birthplace, and the time we were born.
Did you do it?
When you get married?
Oh, did you do it? That's right. I didn't do that. No, I was gonna say.
And it gives you a timeline. So we even did it for Olivia, and it gave her a timeline, and it was pretty spot on for when she got married.
That's so interesting because for me, like, I use that stuff for human design, birth charts, astrology. Are you guys into that shit?
I'm a Capricorn.
I don't know much other than I'm an Aries.
That's about it.
So that's what I use it for. So that when you'll get married, I don't like that specifically because there's so much that can happen and there's so much free will that can happen. Yeah. But the sentiment. Whoa.
Equitable distribution.
How do I say it? Sentiment? Mm-hmm. The sentiment that I get of like, okay, based off your personality and your human design and your birth chart and you're this and you're that, you're probably going to like have your Saturn return and be more mature and be more emotionally intelligent. So you'll probably find a partner in this phase of life. That's how they can narrow it down. So I can like kind of maybe get behind that. I don't like that as much as just like knowing your human design. Yeah. So we're going to do that for you guys.
Do you think it's wrong?
Do I think what's wrong?
What the date they told me? that I'm going to get married.
What did they tell you?
In the next year.
They did.
Well, it wasn't necessarily saying like your
What did it
wedding
say?
is gonna happen.
But a lock in.
It was more like around this time, like you might lock
Yeah.
in like to like a real meaningful like relationship.
No, I don't think it's wrong at all.
Look out, everybody.
I actually think it's spot
What was
on.
yours? Yeah, yours was 2026.
And if not, then I
Mine
have to
was-
wait until 2036 or something
Yeah.
crazy like that. So my window's closing.
What would it say for you?
Mine was like end of 2025, 2026.
How do you feel about that answer?
I mean, let's do it.
Locking in. I've
Hey!
been saying I'm trying to lock in for like the past
3 years.
3 years probably.
Since I ever met you.
We were on the way to when we go to Rogers Mountain House, or when we used to, I guess.
Yeah.
We were on the way there, and it was like around what was that holiday? Valentine's Day. I almost said Cupid's Day.
It was literally like February 1st.
And I was like, damn, like Valentine's Day around the corner, like I really gotta lock in like soon. And that was 3 years ago. So
No, you didn't say I have to lock in. You promised you were gonna lock in and have a Valentine within the next 13 days.
Did it happen?
no
No.
Valentine.
So you guys want to get married one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to work.
So marriage means no work?
I think so. The right one, yeah. Like the right marriage, I feel like.
Why?
My kind of marriage.
So do you feel a man has to make a certain amount of money to date him?
No. I actually really don't care about that. Like, I mean, don't be like
So you
poor.
lied.
No broke boys.
No, like don't be like poor, but like I don't
You
know.
have to have ambition.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. But yeah, I don't want to work. You want to work forever?
Fuck no.
Okay. You're making me seem like I'm crazy.
I'm not making you feel like you're crazy at all. Okay, so what's the craziest divorce decree or separation agreement terms that you guys have seen? Because to clarify, when there is a divorce or when there is a separation, that is a big part of what you guys do.
Yes.
You have to go through, you have to make sure that the assets are being split, the property, I can't speak today. What other things are you looking for and what's the craziest shit you've seen?
The DVDs.
Yeah. Okay. So literally all I have to see is like who gets the house and how much money are you giving the other person. Like if we were married and we were getting a divorce, I keep the house, but I owe you 60 grand or whatever. Hopefully it's more than that. That would suck if it was only 60 grand. But we have to make sure that like we're deeding it correctly, that we're noting that you received your money and like making sure that you like actually get paid. Because if not, you got to sell the house. There's a pending claim. It's this whole thing. The craziest. So that's all I have to look at.
Okay.
I read the whole thing because I'm nosy and like.
Well, some of them are good.
Yeah, some of them are good. Honestly, the Mint Hill Ho was probably like up there for me.
I forgot about
Ooh,
that.
let's talk about the Mint Hill Ho.
There was one. It was like
I forgot this. I like remember the Mint Hill Ho,
Yeah.
but I don't remember the Mint Hill Ho.
this was like yeah, literally. This was, I don't know, a couple years ago. I was like reading through a separation document and I don't know why in there it was saying like usually when it talks about why they're getting divorced, it's not like detailed. It's
Yeah,
just
it says
like
like irreconcilable differences.
good words right there.
Thank you.
Together though. I wasn't going to be able to say it, so I'm so glad that you said it. I was already nervous about trying to say that word.
I got you.
But yes, so that is usually what it says. This one was like not detailed, but like in there it said that like he was like verbally abusive and like all this stuff, like how awful he was to her. And specifically it said called her the Mint Hill Ho.
Oh
Like,
my
Like,
that
I
was
think he
like-
did like publicly, like, social, like,
Oh, maybe he slandered her.
Yeah.
And it
But
was
to put that in a court document goes
I know.
crazy.
Maybe her bestie was like her lawyer.
Yeah,
They were like,
no, literally,
you
put it in there.
Yeah, literally. That's something like I could totally see that dynamic.
It was so crazy. I've never seen one that's like tells you why,
Right.
like specifically they're getting divorced.
What was the DVD story, Katie? You said DVD.
Kimmie would know better because she's the one that goes through them. But essentially, whenever they have to,
Split their stuff.
split their stuff, there was one that went down to like, I get the Spider-Man DVD and you
straight
get the
up.
Batman.
Yeah,
Like, that's
it was so
insane.
crazy. So like
Yeah.
they have to list out. So like under assets, it'll have like marital property, vehicles, bank accounts, stuff like that. And then sometimes there's like miscellaneous like household items. This one, like usually it just says like husband and wife will keep like what's theirs, whatever.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
they'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the normal language. This one was like listed. It was like Exhibit A, and it was like under husband. It was like Yahtzee board game, PlayStation 2, one controller. Like, it was like so detailed.
So detailed. Down to the smallest thing.
I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's how you know it was bad.
Right. Yeah. I imagine you pull up to that house and they have like sticky noted.
Literally.
Or they like take turns, like, okay, go put an item on your side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they get
until everything's like
they're
separated.
drafting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I do like to look at the cars. That's my favorite one to look at.
Yeah.
Like how they split it up. Because it's always like the husband gets like the Ford F-150 and the motorcycle and like all the other shit that he bought that she probably told him not to.
Yeah.
And she gets like the Jetta and whatever.
The car that can fit the kids.
Right, literally.
Oh, okay. So there's a phrase we like to say in the mortgage world. It takes 1 to buy and 2 to sell.
Oh, my worst nightmare.
Why?
Yeah.
Can you explain that phrase?
So in certain states, you are required to have your spouse sign for things. Specifically on purchases in North Carolina, for example, a spouse does not have to sign on purchase money mortgage. They don't have to sign the deed. However, because North Carolina is a spousal state, your spouse automatically has interest in the home, whether their name is on the title or not. So that's why when you go to sell, spouse has to sign off on it. When you go to refinance, spouse has to sign off on it because they have interest in the home, technically.
Which is crazy because a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
Like, you will have borrowers argue with you, like, I don't want them to sign, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't have a choice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. Like, there's people that want to refinance and pull cash out. It's actually kind of funny. I just had a guy recently, and he wanted to take cash out to pay off a bunch of debt. Who knows how he got the debt? He told me it was gambling. But it's like
he told me it was strippers.
He has all this debt that the wife doesn't know about, and he wants to pull equity out of the home and pay it off. Okay? We were almost to the finish line.
Oh, boy.
Needed a signature from the wife. Didn't close on the loan because he didn't want the wife to know. So I said, so now you're staying in a worse financial situation. You're staying in $70,000 in debt just because you don't want your wife to know. Wouldn't you rather her get mad at you and sign her name and then be out, like no longer have $70,000 in debt?
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
What? Why would you be married to a person that you can't have that conversation with?
Yeah, like, how do you not know?
To choose to stay in $70,000 of debt.
Run it up.
Because you don't want to tell your significant other is mind-blowing to me.
Get on that DraftKings, baby. Win it back.
Oh my God. No, he's probably, I should hit him up in a couple months. He's going to be like $100K in debt.
Yeah.
That was just so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's so crazy. And like also doing anything to like your financial situation and like your home and not including your spouse like in that decision is weird to me.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And I get like the like, oh well, like I handle the finances, so like whatever, I get that, but like to not have that conversation about it to the point where she can't sign is weird.
I know. Yeah, so basically, so even if someone's not on the mortgage or on title, they still have the same ownership rights to the property if they're married to you. So, and that's just how it is in North Carolina. We'll just specifically speak to North Carolina.
Yeah.
What is the difference between deed and title?
The deed is basically the document that tells you like who's on title, who owns the house.
Gotcha.
What it gets confusing is when you start talking about like the deed of trust. That's a mortgage.
Yeah. And
So-
a lot of LOs like can't see the difference.
Yeah.
In that.
They're like, she's on the mortgage, but she's not on title. I'm like, that's not true.
Yeah, because they just read deed of trust.
Clarify.
So the deed of trust is your mortgage.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just what it says at the top of your
but in
recorded
their
document.
brain, they're like, oh, deed is title. So they'll be like, well, the spouse is on the deed of trust, so she should be on title.
Okay.
But like, those are different. Like,
you can be on the mortgage,
but not vested on title.
Opposite. You can be on
Right.
title, but
Yeah.
on title, but not on the mortgage.
Yes. And and if the person you're married to buys a home, you don't have to be on
Title.
mortgage
Or on title.
or on title.
Mm-hmm.
But if they go to sell it, you have to
You
sign.
have to sign.
Mm-hmm.
We probably made that way more confusing.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Well, it's
okay.
also different, like state by state,
Yeah.
too.
Okay, so what advice do you give to people wanting to buy a house with someone that they're not married to?
Don't do it. We saw one, I forget who the LO was. He did their purchase, and then like 6 months later, they refinanced to get the girlfriend off.
Yeah, probably had to take a higher rate.
Mm-hmm.
What
It's an
about
expensive breakup.
what about business partnerships? Like, let's take the romance out of it. What's the easiest way to do that? Does having a home in an LLC make it easier?
I don't know. It really makes no difference to me.
Yeah, same, no difference.
I think I like.
It's just
I
reviewing
mean,
another document.
right.
So essentially, like a business partnership and a romantic relationship, it's almost the same. Like, be careful going in on it together because
Yeah.
if your business partner wants out, you're gonna have to refi.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Do you know why we can't close all loans in an LLC? Because for context, a traditional, like conventional or FHA loan cannot close in an LLC, but a DSCR loan, which we're not going to go down a rabbit hole on what that is, you can close in an LLC. Why?
So that's lender requirements.
Yeah.
Like we don't care. We will.
We don't
We just
care
need to know
what
what the
it
signature
is.
lines need to read, basically.
Oh, okay.
So like we don't. That has nothing to do with like title and like title insurance. That's completely up to the lender.
Got it. Okay, fair enough.
So
Okay.
take that.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so let's transition into finances. So it's been a little bit of a running joke that this is going to be a remix episode, and we're going to come on here and talk about being poor and living in Southend.
Renting.
Renters.
Okay, but surely you're not poor. Okay.
No.
No.
Right. So what amount of money would you have to make each year to consider yourself rich?
Like more than I make now, for sure.
Give me a number.
Rich?
I don't know.
I don't know, like 150.
Okay.
Damn, I was gonna say 100. Am I lowballing?
Yeah.
No, I like both of those answers.
I think
it's relative.
Yeah, I think 6 figures
Okay.
But like,
after taxes.
yeah, after taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might want to say like 200K then.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know. Okay. Do you consider yourselves good with money?
I used to not be, but I'm a little better now.
I would say I'm getting better.
Okay, what are you doing to get better?
I don't take my credit card to the bar.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you bring, your debit card?
Yep.
My credit card has been frozen for over a year
Why?
because things got out of hand.
Did you put the freeze on it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's self-discipline.
I know.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, let's dive into this. So, question about the debit card though. Like, really, why does that make that much of a difference?
I will allot myself to spend X amount on the weekend, like bars, fun money.
Uh-huh.
If I have my credit card, I won't care.
Yeah, because that's like not real money.
Yeah.
But it is real money.
I know, but like my
Yeah, but not
drunk
to
brain, it's like, who wants a shot? I will go buy the whole bar.
Yes, same. I do the same thing.
So
Katie used to slap her card down at Rose and be like, let's get a table.
no, literally. So I am a big debit card girly when it comes to the weekend. Credit card is groceries, gas, like bills.
So debit card feels real to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Credit card feels fake to you.
Yeah.
That's so crazy that it's literally so
know.
like psychological. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like most people probably feel that way and can relate, and they're both cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's both real money.
But
It's
credit
real
card,
money.
I don't. I used to, and I got in trouble in college. I would literally go to the bar and order everyone in the bar a trash can. And I would get a call from
What's a
my
trash
dad.
Yeah,
can?
what's a trash can?
It was essentially just like a big liquor bucket.
Oh yeah, like a big
And
fish
I would get
bowls
a call
is what
from
we
my
used to call 'em.
parents. You need to bring the card home.
Oh my god.
So then they gave me like a Sam's card to go get groceries. Well, I then learned you can use that at Walmart, buy a pack of gum, and get cash out.
Oh,
my
you
God,
could do that
Katie.
cash back.
Yes.
The cash back.
So like once a week, I'd go to Walmart because I had to give their credit card back. Use the Sam's card, get like $500 out.
Oh, $500?
$500?
Listen, retail therapy.
Dude, that's nuts.
Oh my god. Okay.
Damn,
so
justice for Donna.
Sorry, Mom.
what's your budget for your fun money on the weekends right now?
I try not to spend more than $300 a weekend.
And does that include Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Honestly, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, that's fair.
Not that we really do stuff on Thursdays.
Yeah.
But
So $300 for the whole weekend, food, drink.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. But it also sometimes it feels stupid. Like, why am I spending $300 every weekend?
For
Going to the
fun.
same bars.
Yeah, no, I know. Okay, Kimmie, how are you getting better with money? When are you going to unfreeze your credit card?
Probably never, honestly.
So what do you use? Just your debit
Just
card?
my debit card. And that thing's on fire. This weekend. I was lighting it up.
Do you have a budget on the weekends?
I wouldn't say I have a budget, but I just like have been trying to be more like mindful about, because I'm using real money. That I'm like trying to be more mindful about like how much I'm spending. But I wouldn't say I like budget it.
I know, but I think the mindful thing's tough because it's just so vague. So it's like,
I'm never mindful about it until Sunday morning.
are you guys the type of people that don't look at your bank account?
Yeah.
How often do you look at it?
Once.
Honestly, I only look at it on payday to make sure we got paid.
Yeah, I look at it, make sure we get paid, and then I look at it once before I'm about to hit the town, and I'm like, what am I working with here?
And then when do you look at it again?
The next time I get paid.
Really? You don't check after the weekend?
No.
I had to stop doing that.
No, why would I do that?
It was dangerous.
I already have the scaries. I'm not going to look at my bank account. You kidding me?
Oh my God. Okay.
Dang, is that bad? Should I be looking at it?
Yes. I look at my bank account
Every day?
pretty much.
Wow.
Really?
If I have like nothing going on and I literally did nothing, then no. But like, yeah, for the most part, I'm looking at it 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Maybe we should do that to see how much we're spending.
I wonder if mine was like increasing every time I looked at it. I would look at it all the time, but I don't want to go in there and watch negative.
Mine
negative.
is not always increasing. It's just it's like you're avoiding it because it's scary. But
Yeah.
once you actually start to look at it and you just face the fear, then you start to understand it a little bit more. Then you are mindful. Then you're actually more mindful. Like, you're not just saying it, you're actually like.
Well, that's why I look at it before I go out. So I know, like, hey.
How many shots am I buying for everyone?
No, I don't buy shots. You know that.
Actually, that was one of my questions. Like, when you guys are out, are you spenders or are you like mooching trying to get a drink off a guy?
No,
we just straight up
unfortunately.
spend.
Unfortunately, I'm not a moocher. I wish I was. My credit card wouldn't be frozen.
I think it depends on the group we're with. Like,
Yeah.
we do have guy friends where I don't even get my card out because they're like, it's just a known thing. Like, they're gonna buy your drink.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
But then we
Good
have
guy
other friends. We have other girlfriends who are like, hey, can you get me this? And it's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you have to rotate. Like, Kimmie and I will rotate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like me and my friends we try to be pretty good about that. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll get this round, you'll get the next round.
Yeah.
And it's going to shake
It
out
all
at some
evens
point.
itself out.
Yeah.
We're also not like big, like Venmo each other the same $20 back and forth.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, yesterday, you got the first round of drinks, and I got the other one. Like,
Yeah.
we just go back and forth.
Yeah. Besides guys being in your friend group, are you like trying to get drinks from like other guys or no?
no, because then they want to just like
I
hang
know.
out with you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, that's why I asked, because like I have single girlfriends that like that's their goal to go get drinks from guys, but I'm like, I'd rather just go buy my own.
Right,
yeah.
Avoid the
And if you meet a
interaction.
guy
Yeah.
after, that's great. But
right. Sometimes I wish they would just like buy me a drink and then just like
disappear.
shoo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That
Like,
happened for the very first time last week.
Really?
Yeah, it was
dream.
amazing. It was amazing.
Literally
I went up
dream.
and it was like a guy and his friends, and he was gonna grab. I go, no, I'm actually me being drunk as hell. I was like, who wants shots? 6 people raised their hand. I'm like, woo! I go up like, what? I'm about to drop $200 on shots.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go up to the bar. He wants to get me a drink. I said, oh, it's okay, thank you. I'm actually getting drinks for my friends. He goes, girls or guys? And it was a mix. And I go, girls. I was like, and he's like, all right, I'll get him. And then I literally made a comment in a nice way. I forget what I said, but I was like, no, that's okay, because I'm gonna like take him and go back over there. Like,
Yeah.
I made it very clear that like I'm
This is
buying
not
these
a
shots
thing.
and I'm
Yeah.
going back
Yeah.
over there to party because it's our friend's birthday. Like, I'm not here. And he was like, it's okay. And then his friend goes, he's trying, let him just buy the round. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, fine. So then he goes, what did you guys want? I said, just tequila. Chilled though, please chilled. I was, he's like, okay, do you have like a preference for tequila? I'm like, no. And again, I'm not like,
Why would you not get it chilled?
I don't know. I feel like some bars like just don't give it to you chilled.
Give you hot tequila.
Then you literally get like,
Oh my God,
the
y'all are
mouth
gonna make me
sweats.
vomit.
Like get the mouth sweats.
Why can I smell it right now? Oh.
Should we do a tequila shot?
If you want
I feel like we should.
If you want to see a grown girl vomit,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna
All
do
right,
it in a second. Anyways, all that to say, he asked if I had a preference for tequila. I said no. He orders 1942.
Oh,
Okay.
who is this man?
Dropped like $700 on this round of shots.
Maybe you should have hung out with him
Yeah.
after.
Wait. What? This is so different than like me getting a drink
Us two rose.
Yeah.
And someone's like, I mean, I can get you a green tea shot.
from like the 22-year-old with a mustache.
They use a fake to get in.
Yeah. and is wearing cowboy boots and a tank top. Like, this is so different.
No, guys, I told you.
What bar do you go to?
I told you this has never happened. It was so bizarre. And I was like, oh my God, okay, gives them to me. He might have took one, but like, I don't know. I didn't even take it with him. I took the shots. His friend helped me carry him over, and then his friend walked back, and that was the end of it. And then I handed him to the boys and the girls, and we took our chilled 1942 shot and went about our night.
Who is this mystery man?
What are your like go-to bars, actually?
Just go ahead and run through the lineup real quick.
Yeah, give me the lineup.
Sycamore Monday night. Small bar recently.
Yeah, small bar recently. We saw you there.
Yeah. I had to really had to run through my mind. Yeah, that was a fun night.
Canopy sometimes.
Yeah, Canopy. Canopy is usually like a weird Sycamore, but it's an awkward time. So let's go to Canopy, get a drink, and then go somewhere.
Feel you.
I drank 3 espresso martinis at Canopy.
But what do you guys get at Sycamore? I like liquor.
They have liquor.
They have liquor.
Their house vodka is Grey Goose.
When did they start doing that?
Like
forever?
2 years ago.
It was a while ago.
Yikes. I guess I didn't realize that. I just knew they had like espresso martinis and like the
They have
the frosé,
that is like rocket fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whatever. I didn't know they had liquor. Great to know.
Well, they have vodka and tequila.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not out here trying to like I don't need a full bar.
But it's Grey Goose, and I don't know what the tequila is.
I don't know either. I don't think I've
So it's
ever.
like nicer liquors.
Okay, fine. I'll go to Sycamore.
I've only ever gotten a transfusion, I think.
Really?
Like liquor drink. Oh, I did get actually the frozen espresso martini once. Never again.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you it's like rocket fuel.
We have 14 of them in Mexico.
I was
No, that frozen espresso martini at Sycamore will have you like, on your ass.
It's poison.
You want to go get one today?
Should we?
Yeah.
I can't go there. It's so hot.
Okay, so this question was supposed to be asked in a different order, so ignore the 180 here.
Okay.
What are your most recent icks you've gotten with a guy?
Go ahead, say it, Kimmie. Motorcycle pictures.
Oh, that one was bad. No, that was bad. I screenshotted that and sent it to you. I said, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like of his motorcycle?
No, like.
Like he was on it.
Who took the photo?
Exactly. That means there was a conversation had that
There
I
was
was
either
like,
a tripod or someone taking it, which is worse.
No, I think it was like
Someone
an
taking
actual,
it.
like a camera.
oh yeah, like we're talking Nikon. Is that the
What?
is that the brand?
I don't know. Like it wasn't like an iPhone.
Right, yeah.
It was
like
like
an actual
very,
like a professional.
yeah.
Oh, like he
Yeah.
went and got his photos taken.
Or like a friend, I guess. I don't know.
Either way, gross.
What did he say with the photo?
Like,
Want to go for a
why do I
ride?
feel like it was like life lately? Like one of those.
I don't know what it was.
How did you respond?
Oh, this was on Instagram. This was a hard post. This was to
Oh,
Yeah.
like
okay. I'm thinking he texted you these photos.
no, oh my god, no. Block.
I thought he texted you these photos.
No, this is Katie's man, not mine.
Oh, this is Katie's
This is
man.
not my man.
Oh, okay. So that is an ick you've gotten recently.
It's just one we've joked about in the past couple weeks.
It was so bad.
Oh, sorry to hear.
It's
You know,
tough.
it's okay. There's
trying
better
to-
out there.
I'm trying to think of an ick that's like, what if he listens to this? He's gonna know it's him.
If he listens to that, that's good. We
He's
need
gonna know it's him.
views.
Well,
We need the views.
we've joked about it now, I guess. Well, you know the story, but I guess I'll.
You don't need to say it. I'm not
I
forcing you.
don't. Okay, so I don't like words of affirmation. That's like not my like.
Love language.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay.
It makes me feel weird, and I don't like it.
Okay.
When people are super forward about how they feel and like tell me ick, which is bad.
Oh my god.
I know.
You have to always keep a little bit of a chase.
Okay, hold on.
When
I need to
someone's
challenge
like,
you.
when someone, oh no, what is it?
Because no, it's just like I understand, but like it's okay for a man to be nice to you and tell you how he feels.
I know.
You know?
It's
So
just saying the nice guys never
what
win.
about
But,
a
like,
friend? Like,
just,
what if
like,
I was like,
don't-
Kimmie, I love you. You're so fun. Your energy is amazing. Today was so cool. Like, how would you feel?
I wouldn't like that very much.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
okay, good
super
to know.
weird.
What's your love language?
I like quality time and like acts of service.
Okay. Do you know yours?
I would say probably the same.
Acts of service.
Yeah.
Like
What?
Okay,
How many love languages are there? Are there like
There's 5. Quality quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, gift giving, and physical touch.
Gift giving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I forgot how much I love when people give me gifts.
Give me all the gifts.
Oh, I actually don't really like that one either.
Really?
Gift giving?
Yeah.
Where do you think that comes from?
I don't know. Probably some unresolved trauma, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like it all stems from childhood and our relationships with our families.
I feel like I grew up with, like, my parents. They weren't, like, obviously they got each other gifts. But, like, my dad was, like, always just doing, like, little stuff for, like, my mom, like, forever. I called my mom. This was, like, a couple months ago. I call her at, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on, like, the weekend. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm in bed. I was like, oh, are you, like, taking a nap? She's like, no, I haven't gotten out of bed today. I'm just, like, hanging out, like, watching TV, reading my book, playing on my iPad. And I was like, did you eat today? She's like, yeah, Dad got up, he let the dog out, made me breakfast, brought it up to the room, went back outside, worked in the yard, came in, made me lunch, brought it upstairs.
Oh my God.
I was like, you have to get out of bed for dinner. You cannot eat all 3 meals in bed.
Wait, she was having a little self-care day.
I know.
Good
That's
for
where
her.
you get your couch rotting from.
I know. Yeah, I love that shit.
My friend hates the rotting. She doesn't like to say couch rotting. She likes to say couch melting.
What do we say? Loafing?
Loafing.
That makes sense that you like acts of service.
Yeah.
It sounds like your dad does that for your mom. Mm-hmm. Who taught you guys about money? Did your parents teach you guys?
My mom.
Yeah.
My mom's an accountant, so she's really on my ass about it.
Yeah. I feel like my siblings talked about this the other day, that, like, we didn't talk about, like, money and, like, stuff like that with my parents. I think I just, like, learned as I went.
Yeah.
Kind of situation.
Mm-hmm. I totally get that.
Which is really working out for me, by the way.
Okay, so we're wrapping up. So do you guys have any future real estate goals? Where do you see yourself buying your first home?
Oh, I can't decide.
What do you mean?
What are you deciding between?
I don't
Are you
know.
about to buy a house?
Huh?
Are you about to buy a house?
No. I would love to buy a house soon, but I don't want it to lock me in an area. Because I'm single. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Like, what if we bought a house tomorrow, we meet someone next weekend, they own a house in, I don't know, an hour away.
Right.
And you then want to live there.
You can move there, and then you can rent out your home or sell it.
But don't you have to wait 2 years, or you have to pay capital gains?
How do you know about capital gains?
We could talk capital gains. So basically, if I, like, okay, I had a prime...
Do you not know what that is?
I'm like actually sweating.
I'm fucking dying.
Do you not know what that is?
Having to have the AC off is so
No,
horrible.
I don't know what that is. Did your mom tell you about that?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I just...
Okay, capital gains, a very quick, easy way. So basically,
I'm 5.
Uh-huh.
Explain to me like I'm 5.
Okay. So I live in this house right now. I have another townhouse that I was living in as my primary residence. I moved out of it and I moved into here and I started renting it. That first, once 5 years go by and I'm renting it, if I go to sell it after that, then I have to pay capital gains. If you have not lived in it as your primary home within the last 5 years, then you have to pay capital gains on that sale. Why did we get on that?
Is there a
We
percentage?
were talking about where we would want to buy a house.
Oh, okay. So I'm on this like train of trying to convince people that home, like buying a house doesn't have to be so permanent. You can move, you can sell. Is it inconvenient? Yes. But if you meet the love of your life, we'll use your scenario you're giving. If you meet the love of your life that lives an hour away and you're so in love and you're about to get married, then you don't give a shit. You'll rent it out. You'll sell it. Who really cares? You know, and real estate usually is going to increase in value, probably not decrease. So even if you don't make a huge profit because you're selling it quickly, you'll probably break even.
It's also hard though, like, if I was going to buy in Charlotte, like even this area, Madison Park where everyone lives, why am I going to pay the $700 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath shoebox that needs full renovations?
Oh, I agree with you on that.
But then even if I were to move back home, like, pricing's really no different there.
Where are you from?
Belmont, like Lake Wiley.
Yeah, it's expensive there too. Oh no, I agree. I do think that some of these home prices are absolutely insane for what you're getting.
It's so
Which
crazy.
you can go more outskirts, but like all of our friends are here. We're
Yeah, but
single.
then what? I'm gonna be 27, single, and living in the suburbs.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
no shot.
No shot. I don't even want to be 57 living in the suburbs.
Right.
Like, I don't want to pay the rent that I pay, but
I know.
I don't know, socially.
Actually,
works
what is
better.
rent right now? I forgot to ask. What is rent?
What is yours?
I'm in a one bedroom, and I essentially pay like $2,100.
What do you mean essentially?
Like once, like what my like when I pay actual rent, it is $19.89.
Got it.
But then you add your
Taylor Swift.
what?
Sorry.
1989. Okay, so it's 1989, and then when you add everything else, it comes out to roughly 2,100.
Yeah.
Okay, and you live right in Southend.
That is so crazy.
Kimmie, what's your rent?
My rent. So I have a roommate. I'm in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Loso. We each pay $13.50, like all in all. So
Okay,
it's
so
like
2,700.
27, yeah.
So are you guys in apartments where you get a gym
Oh yeah, the amenities are
things.
great at
Yeah,
both
but
of
I
ours.
still be paying for the gym.
in a pool? You have to still pay. Oh,
No,
you mean like outside?
outside.
I know.
And like my whole spiel was like, I want to move into an apartment so I can use the gym, so I can stop like paying for my gym membership.
Yeah.
But I like where I go, and I go because I pay for it. So like, I'm not gonna like.
What's
whatever.
your biggest monthly expense?
Rent in my car.
I'd say outside of rent, just my car payment
Yeah.
Okay.
and my child.
Your child who's so cute and
Yeah.
sleepy. How
See-
much does he cost?
How much have I spent on you? He was $200. I got him on sale.
Why was he on sale? Did he have a
Literally.
worm?
No.
Do you guys want to hear something so nasty?
Yes. Do you have a worm?
No, I wish I'd be skinnier. Okay, this is really nasty. So on Friday, I was working from home at my parents' house, and my parents got this cute little kitten. He's so sweet. He fits in the palm of your hand. And he was walking across my keyboard, and I was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. A little... Guys. It was like white and like egg whitey. Like... I'm like, ew, that's so gross. I'm pretty sure that just came out of his anal gland. Like, what the hell was that just fell out of his butt? So I'm like, Dad, I'm like, come over here and clean this off the keyboard. Like, I'm not touching that. Like, this just fell out of Kobe's butt. So my dad, like, walks over. He's, like, taking a second. So I'm, like, not really paying attention to it. So finally, my dad walks over. He gets a paper towel. And I'm, like, looking at it. I'm like, is that moving? It was a maggot. Literally, it came out of his butt onto the keyboard and it started squirming. I was like, ah! And my dad cleaned it and then took him to the vet. He had a worm.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
he's on medicine. It's fine. It's like normal for
Right.
like
Yeah.
little kittens. But yeah, a maggot fell out of his ass onto my keyboard. Nasty.
See, that's why I don't like cats.
Okay, dogs can have them too.
Yeah, he actually did have. I have to take his poop to the vet.
Yes.
soon.
Yeah.
They texted me and they were like, reminder. And I was
Yeah.
like, he's been having stomach issues, and it's not the kind of poop that I can put in a bag and bring it to you, I fear.
Oh, that's so nasty.
But yeah, okay, well, look how cute he is. Remember?
No, he's so
Remember
cute.
when you said that 5 minutes ago?
Oh,
how
I'm
cute he
literally
was?
an animal lover. I love all animals, dogs, cats, birds, dinosaurs, anything.
Are you going to get a pet in here?
Yes.
What's the vibe?
I do want to get another pet. I want to get another dog. I keep saying this, and I think it's just an excuse, but I want to wait until I'm in a relationship and have a little bit of help.
Yeah.
My parents do live down here, and they loved my dog as much as I loved my dog. Like, literally, they would take him all the time. It was easy and fine, but it's just easier when you have someone.
Totally.
Especially, we're in the office Monday through Friday
Yeah.
all day. Yes, I can go home at lunch, but, like, there's just something about having help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
See, my logic was I'll get a dog and then I'll attract a boyfriend.
oh, you're using the dog as a pickup.
Right.
Has it been working?
No. Not yet.
Well, they see you picking up the poop on the...
I know. The other day I was so sore from my workout and he pooped and I went to like bend down to pick it up and I legit like couldn't reach it. Like I couldn't get down low enough. I was like, I'm about to have to get on my knees and like pick up this dog shit right now. Could you imagine? Imagine driving by and I'm on my hands and knees picking up dog shit.
That would be hilarious.
Parker, please. This is not the time. We're good. Just lay down. You're swiveling me.
Yeah, let's pop
Do not let him knock that.
It's hot as balls.
It's so hot.
I'm not hot.
Guys, I'm gonna have... You're
I'm
not?
not kidding.
Are you?
My back is
Oh my
wet.
god, I'm literally dripping, guys. Okay, you can take that off. Okay, it's funny because I am too. I'm gonna need to figure out something in the summer for this because I can't have the AC on.
I'm not hot at all.
Okay, good.
Okay, you don't have to brag.
Okay, what was your question for me?
Oh, my son.
Here, I'll do it while you ask.
My question for you is going back to buying a house like it's not permanent. If you met somebody that lived like in the burbs, would you move out there? Or would you
No, what I would do is
what's the vibe?
The compromise would be, aka the solution would be
What the decision would be?
Is that we're gonna buy a new house together, and then he can do whatever he wants with that house in the burbs. He can rent it, he can sell it, but we're gonna go buy another house together in a location that we both agree on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want a man that moves. Ooh, this one's so easy compared to the other one.
Yeah, Parker.
Can you pour us up, please? Thank you so much. I wasn't even talking into the mic.
Yeah, that was tough.
But yeah, like I don't want to meet a guy that like is gonna move in here. I feel like my standards were so low, guys. My standards, no, that in my head, I just like I was programmed to assume that if I meet a guy, he can move in here because my place is probably nicer or he doesn't own a place. Why am I thinking that way?
Yeah.
Because those are all the guys I've ever met. No, how about I meet a guy where I can move into your place or we can go buy a place together?
Yeah.
It's like,
is that it?
It's like a stupid ass light bulb went off like a month ago and I'm like, oh, wait a second. I don't need to meet a guy that moves in here.
Do you think that's a deal breaker if they don't own a place?
So no, I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I answered. It's funny you asked that. I did a solo podcast episode 2 months ago. And I answered that question and I said, no, it's not a deal breaker. And then I started to have like regrets of my answer because
you got broke boys in your DMs.
Yeah.
I need a place to live.
I want to be a little bit more like honest and blunt about the fact that like, no, actually.
I think that's fine. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I do. If you don't own a place because maybe you travel a lot for work and you have like a sick ass apartment in South Park.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-bedroom nice ass place, but you live by yourself, but you're renting it. There's always like exceptions. But no, I want you to have your own place.
That's a specific exception.
South Park 3-bedroom.
3-bedroom and you live by yourself.
Slide in her DMs.
And you travel a lot for work.
You're like, I love you. Like, no. Like current guy I'm speaking to. Just kidding. But no, like I'm gonna change my answer to I don't want to meet a man that has to move in here. Like I want you to have an equal or better place where I can move into, or that we can go get a place together.
So anybody moving in here is off the table. Does that feel weird? Because this is like your space.
I hate giving like yes or no answers to that shit because I've said no, that I would never do this and I would never do that, and then I do it times 10.
Yeah.
You know, I take it to the nth degree. You know what I mean? So, like, sure, like a guy could move in here, but to your point, it's my space. First of all, there's not even space for a guy to move in here. Like everything I have has its home. My closet's organized, it's full. My guest room is like closet's full. Like everything, like there's no room. I don't have storage for you.
Right.
That coat closet has my coats. Like maybe I could fit 2 more coats, but like
as it should.
I can't fit 10 more coats.
Right.
So I don't know.
I've always thought that would be weird, and like I feel the same way about moving into like a guy's place, like even if they own or rent or like whatever, like moving into someone else's space feels weird to me.
Yes. Yeah, but I feel like there is a double standard with girls doing it with guys. I feel like a girl moving into a guy's space, you're going to go in and like the stereotypical like dynamic is you're going to make it cute and make it nice and make it homey and organize it and clean it, and then like it's going to be a glow up.
Why do we have to do that?
I know, I'm saying it's a stereotypical dynamic. But I feel
Don't put that on me.
I feel like you're right. I'm sorry. But a guy moving into a space just does feel a little bit different for some reason. They
dirty it and they wreck it and they make it a boy's house.
Yes, and they're just like, you're like intruding.
They're hanging up TVs everywhere.
You're intruding. So if you meet a guy, what's the sitch? You want to move into a place together?
Yeah, like a completely new place.
Yeah.
That's ideal.
To like make it like ours,
yes,
I think.
I feel like that's super ideal. What if it's like really new and you start dating someone? Are you going to start sleeping at his place more or him sleeping at your place more? If you both have
I think it depends.
Okay, so I feel the same way about like a one night stand. Like I would so much rather stay at your house so I can leave versus like have you linger.
Yeah.
Cause like if your eyes are open, you should be out the door, is how I feel. You know?
Yes, I agree completely.
But maybe I'm with the wrong people.
Yeah, like you don't want him to like wake up and cuddle you and talk to you and ask about your night or go get you breakfast.
Come on, I told you that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you're right.
I think it depends.
Don't you dare ask me how I'm doing.
I think it depends on location and schedule.
Okay.
Oh, logistics. I'm going off the vibe, but yeah, that makes more sense.
Like if I don't know.
Like where they live?
What if you both live in Southend? You have a roommate, he has a roommate. You start dating someone. Is he staying at your house more on the weekends or are you staying at his?
Probably mine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I prefer I don't know.
Like right now I prefer mine because I live alone.
Right. Of course, that makes it that's the answer. Like
Yeah.
of course you're gonna go to your place if you live alone and he has a roommate. What are the pros and cons to living in Southend?
You can walk everywhere. I only drive my car to go to work.
Yeah.
And I mean, we could technically walk to work.
You do be walking.
Mm-hmm.
You walk everywhere.
You can walk everywhere. You're right there near everything.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest one is just like everything that you want to do is like there.
Yeah.
So why would you live?
I really think that one of the
else?
only cons is the price.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, you pay for where you're living, so
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Can I say one of the cons is also everything is right there. So it's like
Yeah.
there's so many people and just like the traffic and shit. Like,
Do you get FOMO? Like if there's so much going on around you and you're just trying to stay in?
no.
I do.
Oh,
But only if, like, my friends are out.
you do pretty bad. I don't. Once I have it in my head that I'm not going, like, y'all have fun.
Yeah.
I do. I get FOMO.
But why?
Do you
Like,
give in to the FOMO?
Oh, yeah.
What do you, like, what are you, like, scared that you're missing out on?
It's not that I'm scared that I'm missing out on anything, but I can't sit still. Like, I'm not just going to sit on my couch by myself when I could be out with everyone.
Is this your first time living alone?
Yeah.
How long have you lived alone?
Almost a year now.
And do you prefer it?
Yes.
So
I'll never go back.
and no hate to people that haven't. Some of my best friends have never lived alone. I do think living alone is the most transformative. Yes. I'm so hot.
I keep having to switch positions because, like, things are getting damp.
Literally dripping. I can't even think. I do think it's the most transformative period or like thing you can go through because it really does make you face the fear of missing out or the being lonely. There's just so many things, but then you become so independent. Like I have girlfriends that are so dependent on their significant other, not even in a financial way, just in a like traveling. They're not used to traveling alone. Like they get to a hotel alone. They're scared to like be in the hotel room alone. I'm like, I do everything alone.
Yeah.
All the time. I have to like walk out and get the mail late at night when it's dark. Things you don't really even think about. That
Why are you doing that?
Because I've been doing it for so many years. It's just like I gotta get the motherfucking mail. The mail's
Brittany's
here.
waiting until it's like midnight. She's like, mail time.
Literally, why am I getting the mail at night?
Like, actually, I think you shouldn't do that anymore.
You're right. I probably shouldn't. I just think it's really great to live alone. And I'm glad you are living alone and you're having that experience. Have you ever lived by yourself?
No.
Yeah. Do you think you would?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'd love to live alone.
Yeah.
But I just haven't yet.
Yeah. I think
It's just like so much cheaper to not.
I know.
And like I have a really good like roommate situation. So like.
Yeah. I just think if you have the opportunity, you should do it for a year.
Totally.
At least a year.
I definitely will live alone before I live with like a boyfriend or anything like that.
All right. So we're going to wrap up with a fun question.
What are capital gains?
Trivia. What is Parker's middle name?
James.
So I almost said Kimmie James. Parker James. So cute. Okay, the fun question is, if there was one person in the office that works with us that you could switch places with for 24 hours, who would it be and why?
Do you want to say it on 3? I have mine immediately.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, do it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, I don't know.
Ah! Don't say it yet then. You think it's going to be the same, Kimmie?
I don't know. I thought so, but now I feel like it's not.
I don't know mine.
Really?
Okay, Kimmie, what's yours?
Courtney Cherry, obviously.
Yes,
Why?
That is the easiest answer I knew even before you finished the question.
Okay, why?
Because I want to drive that car.
Yeah, me too.
Like, bad.
I know. Maybe we can ask her to take laps around the parking lot.
And I want to live in her house, and I like her kids.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Okay, I was thinking more like work, like not you get to live their life.
Oh.
No, I don't live their life.
No, to be clear, I don't want to go to work as her.
Because I was going to say Roger, and I'd be like, I would send everyone home.
I'm thinking like a Saturday.
Okay, let me clarify. I meant their life. I didn't mean like their work position or title.
I can't believe you said you want to switch lives with Roger. That's crazy.
No, I was saying like I could be in charge for the day, and I'd be like, everyone, you're off.
Nope, if you could just switch places and live their life on a Saturday for 24 hours as that person, who would it be and why?
It's got to be Courtney.
Right?
Or you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thanks, guys.
If you drove a sick car like that.
So you could sweat your ass off in this lounge. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on Home with Friends.
Thanks for having us.
This was amazing. We're going to do a shot of tequila. I'm going to turn the AC on. And
let's get a fan or something.
We're going to do a chilled shot of tequila. And then we can go to Courts.
Yeah.
You can live your dream.
I'm going to switch lives with her. We're going to Freaky Friday this shit.
Woo! All right. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Woo! Thanks, guys.
Parker, you did so good. I'm so proud of you.